Hi guys, it's Dr. John. Back to my Genesis beat today. I want to play a song from the 1973 album Selling England by the Pound. Some people think that this is maybe the best album. Personally, I prefer The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and maybe Foxtrot too, but it's a fine album. This is the first song on it, Dancing with the Moonlit Night. Let's bring it up.
I am in the English Channel. It is cold, exceedingly wet. I am the voice of Britain before the Daily Express. My name is Britannia. This is my song. It's called Dancing with the Moonlit Night.
Tell me where my country lies. Cried the uniform to his true love's eyes. It lies with me, cried the Queen of Maybe. For her merchandise he traded in his prize. Hey, violence, cried a voice in the crowd. Who signed off all the debts? It seems he heard selling England by the pound. Citizens of open glory, time goes by, it's the time of their life. Easy now, sit you down, chewing through their windy dreams, they eat without a sound. Digesting England by the pound. Young man says you are what you eat well. Old man says you are what you wear, well. You know what you are, you don't give it there. Bursting your belt, that is your homemade share. The captain leads. Dancing out with the moonlit light, nights of the clean.
great to hear some old-time Genesis again. Yeah, apparently they produced this album and song, selling England by the pound after they'd been criticised for trying to impress American audiences too much. Uh, of course, their next album was going to be very directed at the American market. The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. It's said that this album is full of English themes. The costume at the beginning, I don't know, it didn't really do anything for me. I Am Britannia. It kind of makes the whole thing seem a little bit ridiculous, and the music deserves more than that. Also, the costume seems a bit amateurish, so if they were going to do it, you would think that they would do it in a better way. Uh, yeah, apparently the song was written from a few piano pieces that Peter Gabriel had composed, and then he combined them with some riffs that Steve Hackett had. Begins sounding like a kind of English or Scottish, Celtic folk song maybe, and then morphs into something entirely different. Steve Hackett said he had a riff that kind of sounded Russian to him. So yeah, anyway, whatever it sounds like, it has a lot of high octane energy. I think it's a very, very good song, and uh, musically extremely interesting, although it's very disconnected in a way, as perhaps you would expect from progressive rock. It seems it was originally intended to segue into the cinema show, but they decided that would be too similar to Supper's Ready on Foxtrot. Uh, yeah, it's kind of typical of Genesis and progressive rock in that it has very, very strong sections, and then maybe other parts which are not so good. I felt that the ending went on too long, and you can see that perhaps the original intention was to morph it into something else. Maybe let it go into the cinema show or some other song. But it's a very good song indeed. Uh, the lyrics are very, very opaque, you might say. Not easy to read uh, or get much sense from. You have the idea maybe of young men, young men with a good education, kind of putting together something which is very literate but doesn't necessarily have a lot of meaning. Sometimes it might have been nicer if they'd just spoken from experience. However, that approach worked very good, very, very well in Supper's Ready. So, yeah, another great song, I think, from early Genesis, and on a different plane to what they produced later as a threesome. Um, After Peter Gabriel left, they never played this one very much, but they did do it one more time when Gabriel joined them briefly for a reunion in the early 1980s. So, Dancing with the Moonlit Night, very good song by early Genesis. Hope you enjoyed this analysis reaction. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So thanks a lot, and see you next time.